When we move into a new home, have you ever wondered why some spaces feel light and peaceful, while others bring a sense of heaviness and discomfort? Where does that feeling come from? Often, what we think are just simple habits in cleaning and arranging may inadvertently cause a stagnation of energy. Even seemingly harmless actions can block the flow of positive energy, reducing the opportunities for wealth and prosperity in our home and life. This may sound strange, but it's not an unfamiliar concept in Buddhist philosophy. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of maintaining a clean and harmonious living space, not just as a practical aspect of daily life, but as a part of our spiritual practice. In the light of Buddhist teachings, we understand that a living space is not just a place to reside, but a space where we practice compassion, purity, and the ability to let go of what no longer serves us. It's a form of soul care, much like how we tend to the inner home of our hearts. Caring for our living space is also a way to purify energy, removing invisible barriers that prevent us from achieving harmony, balance, and prosperity. A tidy, clean home doesn't just bring comfort, it lays the foundation for receiving good things into our life. In today's fast-pacing world where life often feels busy and stressful, maintaining a peaceful, quiet living space becomes even more essential. Every time we organize a small corner or clean a bit of dust, it's not just an external action, but an expression of our practice, helping us cultivate our soul and keep our hearts clear, like a stream of water that continues to flow. The purpose of today's video is to explore the small habits that may be unknowingly influencing our lives negatively. We'll examine each mistake in maintaining our living space that might be preventing positive energy from flowing, creating a sense of heaviness and stagnation. These habits could be keeping us from achieving balance, affecting our spirits and emotions, and hindering our work, relationships, and prosperity. Each mistake will be followed by simple, practical ways to change them, thus opening up space for peace and wealth to enter. Through each part, you'll see that cleaning and organizing your living space not only makes the physical space cleaner, but deeply impacts the energy within us. When these cleaning habits are performed consciously, they become a part of our spiritual path, helping to purify the soul, improve the energy of the space, and awaken fresh vitality. Let's approach the idea of caring for our living space from a different perspective, not just as a daily duty, but as a process that helps us relax and reflect. We encourage you to reconsider your everyday habits and think about whether they really bring the peace and prosperity you desire. Sometimes, the things we hold on to, thinking they are valuable, are actually blocking the flow of prosperity. Buddhism teaches us that when we learn to let go of what no longer serves a higher purpose, not only does our living space become lighter, but our minds are freed from invisible attachments. Have you ever felt that your surroundings became suffocating, even though the space wasn't cluttered? Perhaps it's because old or unused items are creating a stagnant energy in your home. According to Buddhist teachings, everything carries its own energy, reflecting the state and emotions of its owner. When we keep items that no longer function or have broken, they accumulate negative energy, making our living space heavy and preventing positive things from flowing in. A friend of mine, Amara, who lives in Seattle, once shared her journey of cleaning her home after years of accumulating things. Amara is very sentimental and had the habit of holding on to items that had been with her for a long time, even if they no longer served a purpose. From her father's broken watch to old worn books, she kept them on her shelves, unwilling to part with them. Over time, she began to feel that her living space was cramped and heavy, She shared that when she came home, instead of feeling relaxed, she felt suffocated and lacked motivation. After learning about Buddhism and the significance of letting go, Amara decided to try cleaning out the things that no longer had value. She started with the smallest items, gradually deciding what to keep and what to release. Amara realized that as she let go of items that were no longer useful, not only did her physical space feel refreshed, but she also felt her mind becoming liberated, lighter. Each item that left seemed to free her from unnecessary memories and invisible attachments. Buddhism teaches us that in order to receive the good things in life, we need to make space for new energy by letting go of what is old, broken, and no longer serves us. Letting go not only makes space feel more open and airy, but also becomes a part of our spiritual journey, showing our willingness to embrace change. By clearing away broken items, we are sending a message to the universe that we are ready for new, positive, and peaceful things. Take a moment to look around your space and ask yourself, are there any items here that no longer hold meaning or serve a purpose? By decisively removing what is no longer needed, you will feel a positive shift from within and realize that not only is your home being purified, but your mind also becomes calmer and more open to the good things waiting ahead. Waste in the home is not only a matter of cleanliness, it significantly impacts the energy of our living space. In Buddhism, waste is seen not just as useless items, but as a symbol of stagnation, creating an unhealthy environment that blocks the flow of positive energy. When waste accumulates, the space becomes heavy, the atmosphere feels gloomy, and this can lead to feelings of fatigue and stagnation, even affecting the mood of the household. The story of Zella, a friend living in Boston, serves as a concrete example. In the past, Zella would often leave kitchen waste after meals because of her busy schedule, hoping to clean it up the next day. Over time, this habit turned her kitchen into a space filled with various food scraps, plastic containers, paper bags, and more. The waste not only made the kitchen look messy, but also left an unpleasant smell. Zella began to lose interest in entering the kitchen, and this affected her overall mood when at home. After attending a meditation and Buddhist philosophy course, Zella realized the importance of regularly cleaning up waste. She decided to change her habit and set a fixed time every evening to gather and clean the trash, especially in the kitchen. After just 1 week of applying this practice, Zella felt a noticeable difference. The kitchen space not only became cleaner, but also felt more spacious and pleasant each time she entered. She shared that cleaning the trash every evening had become a small ritual, helping her purify not just her living space, but also release unnecessary thoughts and emotions. Thanks to this habit, she felt that both her kitchen and her life had become more organized, filled with positive energy. For Zella, maintaining a clean space allowed her to embrace new, good things, just as she created fresh energy in her kitchen. In Buddhism, maintaining a clean environment is not just about protecting physical health, but also nurturing the mind, allowing us to live in a state of lightness and tranquility. You too can create a simple, yet meaningful habit of cleaning waste as an act of compassion for yourself and the space around you. Start by gathering waste every day, especially in sensitive areas like the kitchen, the heart of warmth and abundance in a home. As you remove the waste, imagine that you are also clearing away negative emotions, allowing positive energy to flow in, bringing peace and happiness. Mirrors in Buddhism and many other cultures are considered portals of energy, reflecting not just images but also the mental state of a person. When a mirror is dirty or broken, it can cause disturbances in the mind, creating confusion and even blocking the flow of good fortune. A clean mirror not only brightens the space, but also helps purify energy, bringing clarity and peace to the mind. The story of Cassian, a businessman in Los Angeles, is a vivid example of the importance of maintaining clean mirrors in the home. Cassian was often busy with work and didn't pay attention to the small details in his house. One day, while cleaning, he noticed that the large mirror in the living room had accumulated a thick layer of dust. He realized that every time he looked into the mirror, the reflection appeared blurry, which made him feel disorientated and lacking motivation. Cassian also remembered a friend's advice that mirrors do not just reflect our image, but also our energy. Determined to make a change, Cassian decided to carefully clean the mirror. He took a soft cloth and wiped every corner and surface, restoring the mirror to its bright and shiny state. Once finished, Cassian felt a subtle change in the space. When he looked into the mirror, the reflection became clear, and he felt a positive energy radiating, bringing clarity to his mind. From then on, Cassian made cleaning the mirror a regular habit, and gradually, he noticed changes in his life. Work became smoother, business ideas flowed more naturally, and his mental state became lighter and more at ease. In Buddhism, keeping mirrors clean is a manifestation of mindfulness and spiritual care. A clean mirror helps you see yourself and the space around you more clearly, allowing your mind to become clear and open to positive energy. Take some time each week to clean the mirrors in your home, especially in places like the living room and bedroom, where positive energy can easily spread and attract good luck. When cleaning the mirror, imagine that you are wiping away negative emotions and mental barriers, leaving behind clarity and peace in your soul. The mirror not only reflects your appearance but also mirrors your inner self. Keep the mirrors in your home spotless and shining, just as you maintain the purity and clarity of your mind. In Buddhism, every corner of your home holds its own significance and energy, and the hidden or overlooked areas, like the edges of walls, are often the most neglected during cleaning. These areas, when not properly attended to, become places where dust and negative energy accumulate, symbolizing obstacles and forgotten issues in life. Disorder in these corners not only creates an unsanitary environment, but also fosters a stagnant feeling, blocking the flow of positive energy. Lily, a teacher from Chicago, used to ignore the hidden corners of her home. She would only clean the main areas and not pay attention to the edges of the walls or the hidden corners behind the sofa and bookshelves. Over time, Lily noticed that the atmosphere in her home felt heavy, and she began to feel fatigued without knowing why. A friend of hers, knowledgeable about Buddhist teachings, shared that these small corners are places where negative energy can accumulate if not cleaned thoroughly. Deciding to make a change, Lily dedicated a weekend morning to cleaning every small corner in her house. She started by moving furniture, cleaning the dust from the edges of the walls, vacuuming the hidden corners, and removing long accumulated cobwebs. As she cleaned these small details, Lily experienced a miracle. The space suddenly felt brighter, more open, and the heavy feelings seemed to disappear. She shared that even her spirit felt uplifted, making it easier for her to focus on work and feel energized. Cleaning every corner thoroughly is not just a cleaning task but also a way to purify both the space and the soul. In Buddhism, taking care of the small details in your home is a reflection of mindfulness and attention. It serves as a reminder that to achieve peace and harmony, We should not neglect the parts that seem insignificant. The hidden corners and edges of the walls may not always be in our line of sight, but cleaning them shows focus, caution, and the willingness to let go of unnecessary things. Take time regularly to check and clean these areas, even if they are not easily visible. When you clean the hidden corners and edges of the walls, imagine that you are clearing away obstacles and difficulties in life, opening up space for positive energy to flow in. This small act will bring about a big change in how you feel in your living space and help your spirit become lighter, ready to embrace more beautiful things. In life, items that come into direct contact with our bodies, such as bedding, pillows, and towels, provide comfort and help recharge our energy daily. According to Buddhist philosophy, these items not only serve a physical function, but also have a direct impact on our personal energy. When they become worn and faded, they accumulate stagnant energy, which can make us feel tired, lacking freshness and vitality. Vespera, an interior designer in San Francisco, was once so busy that she didn't notice how old and faded her bedding and towels had become. Although she kept them clean, after many years of use, they had lost their color and developed some wear and tear. She never thought this would have much impact on her life. However, over time, Vespera began to feel that she no longer woke up refreshed and started to experience a lack of energy. One day, while reading an article about Buddhism and the importance of maintaining a fresh living space, Vespera decided to replace all her bedding and towels. She chose soft fabrics, light colors, and comfortable materials. When the new bedding was spread on her bed, Vespera immediately felt a fresh burst of energy in her bedroom. The next morning, she woke up feeling uplifted and full of energy, as though she had just enjoyed a restful and pure sleep. Vespera shared that replacing her bedding and towels not only brought a change in appearance, but also affected the way she felt about herself. Now, every time she rests or takes a bath, she feels as though she is being rejuvenated, helping her regain positive energy and vitality. For Vespera, this is a way of showing respect for herself and her living space. Buddhism teaches that keeping personal belongings clean and fresh is a part of self-care. When we use old, faded items, we unintentionally bring that sense of stagnation and age into our daily lives. Changing and maintaining them in good condition is a way to regenerate energy, allowing our minds to be at ease and our spirits ready to embrace new experiences. Take a moment to consider the items you use directly on your body, and if any of them are too old or worn out, don't hesitate to replace them. When you do so, feel the freshness not only in your living space but also in your soul. These small yet meaningful changes can bring positive energy, helping you enter each new day with a refreshed mind and joyful spirit. In many cultures, especially within Buddhism, the broom is not just a tool for sweeping dust, but also a symbol of purification and the removal of negative energy in our living spaces. A clean, well-maintained broom signifies the clearing away of invisible barriers, making the home tidy and ready to welcome good things. However, when a broom becomes dirty or is stored carelessly, it can unintentionally reverse this effect, accumulating stagnant energy and negatively affecting the space. Soren, a chef in New York, was always busy and often neglected to properly care for his broom after using it. He had the habit of storing it in a corner of the kitchen with the broom's head touching the floor, sometimes leaving dirt behind without cleaning it after sweeping. Despite regular cleaning, Soren noticed that his kitchen still felt heavy, the air uncomfortable, and he often lacked motivation when cooking. After learning about Feng Shui and Buddhist philosophy related to brooms, Soren realized that the way he stored his broom might be affecting the energy in his living space. He decided to make a change. After each sweeping, he would shake the broom to remove any dirt and place it upright in a corner, with the broom head facing up, to prevent the accumulation of negative energy. He also began regularly cleaning the handle and bristles to keep the broom in a fresh, ready state. After a short time, Soren began to notice a subtle shift in the kitchen's atmosphere. The air became lighter, and he felt more at ease each time he entered the kitchen. The new habit of cleaning and storing the broom carefully seemed not only to create a fresher atmosphere, but also allowed him to feel more grounded and focused in his cooking. Soren shared that it felt as though the kitchen had been purified, a space where he spent much of his time creating and nurturing his passion for food. According to Buddhism, when a broom is cleaned and stored properly, it holds on to positive energy, helping to dispel bad luck. By taking care of the broom, we send a message that we care about the small details in life, attracting positive and harmonious energy. Take the time to clean your broom after each use and place it in the correct position as a way to bring order and purification to your living space. When you do this, imagine that you are sweeping away worries, difficulties, and negative energy, leaving behind purity and peace for your home, helping each day pass more gently and meaningfully. In many cultures, particularly within Buddhist philosophy, the kitchen is not only a place for cooking, but also a symbol of abundance and prosperity. A clean, orderly kitchen represents the flow of positive energy and invites wealth into the home. On the other hand, when dirty dishes are left overnight, it not only makes the kitchen appear cluttered, but can also block the flow of good energy, hindering prosperity and luck from entering the household. Amara's story, an office worker in Atlanta, is a clear illustration of the importance of keeping the kitchen clean, particularly by not leaving dirty dishes overnight. In the past, Amara often left dirty dishes in the sink after dinner because she felt too tired after a long day. She thought she would clean them in the morning. However, each time she entered the kitchen in the morning and saw the pile of dirty dishes, Amara felt frustrated and demotivated, which made her start the day with a heavy feeling. After a friend suggested she change this habit, Amara decided to wash the dishes before going to bed, no matter how tired she was. After just 1 week of following this new routine, she noticed a significant difference. Waking up and walking into a clean kitchen, Amara felt a sense of relaxation, refreshment, and a clearer mind. No longer was there a sense of suffocation or discomfort. She began each day with peace and positivity, ready for both work and life. For Amara, keeping her kitchen clean is not just a habit, but also a way of caring for and respecting her living space. Buddhism teaches that keeping the kitchen, a place symbolizing warmth and happiness, always clean, helps maintain harmony and attract positive energy. When the kitchen is tidy, positive energy flows freely, allowing wealth and good fortune to easily find their way in. Try making it a habit to clean the dishes before going to bed. As you wash each plate and bowl, imagine that you are washing away the worries and troubles of the day, leaving behind a light and refreshing atmosphere for the new day. Stepping into a clean kitchen in the morning will bring a small but meaningful joy, helping you start the day with a positive attitude and welcoming good things into your life. In many East Asian cultures and according to Buddhist teachings, wearing shoes inside the house brings not only physical dirt, but also chaotic energy from the outside into the living space. The shoes we wear every day come into contact with numerous places and carry traces of the outside world. By wearing shoes indoors, we unknowingly bring negative energy, disrupting the peace and serenity of our home. A home should be a place of calm, a space to unwind and relax after a long day, not a place to store the chaos of the outside world. Benedict, an engineer from Dallas, once shared his story about the habit of wearing shoes inside the house. He always thought it was unnecessary to take his shoes off at the door, and sometimes found it inconvenient to change into slippers. However, Benedict often felt stressed when he came home, even though his apartment was carefully cleaned. After some time, he began to notice that the atmosphere inside his home was not truly comfortable, and he found it hard to focus or relax in his own space. After receiving advice from a friend knowledgeable about feng shui and Buddhist philosophy, Benedict decided to try changing his habit. He set up a small shelf near the door and kept a pair of indoor slippers. Each time he came home, he would immediately take off his shoes at the door, change into his slippers, and leave his shoes outside. Within just a few days, Benedict noticed a difference. His living space began to feel more comfortable and cozy. The feeling of tension and heaviness when entering the house slowly faded, replaced by a sense of ease and calm. Benedict shared that leaving his shoes outside made him feel as if he were leaving behind all the pressure and worries at the door, transforming his home into a true sanctuary. Buddhism encourages us to keep our living spaces clean and peaceful, avoiding the chaos of the outside world from entering. By simply taking off our shoes at the door, we show respect for our living space, helping maintain harmony and attracting positive energy. If possible, try the habit of leaving your shoes outside and only using slippers indoors. When you take off your shoes, imagine that you are leaving all burdens and stress outside, entering your home with a relaxed and refreshed mind. This not only keeps the house clean, but also helps create a truly peaceful space where you can feel calm and ready to recharge for the new day. In Buddhist philosophy and feng shui, plants symbolize life, growth, and fertility. Green plants not only freshen up the living space but also help maintain harmony in terms of energy, attracting vitality and wealth into the home. However, when plants wilt, they release stagnant energy, creating a gloomy atmosphere and draining the life from the space. Wilted plants are also a sign of neglect and lack of care, affecting the flow of energy in the home. This is reflected in the story of Rachel, an artist living in Portland. Rachel used to forget to water and care for her plants. Over time, her plants began to wither, leaves fell off, and they no longer looked as fresh as when she first bought them. Gradually, Rachel noticed that the atmosphere in her home became heavy, and even her creativity was affected, as if something was holding her back. One day, after hearing a friend talk about the meaning of plants in Buddhism, Rachel decided to take time to care for her plants. She started watering them regularly, wiping their leaves and moving the pots to places with better light. For the plants that were too wilted to recover, she replaced them with easier-to-care-for plants like succulents and snake plants, symbols of resilience and growth under all conditions. After just a few weeks, Rachel noticed a clear change. Her living space became brighter and more comfortable, and she herself felt more at ease and light-hearted at home. The greenery not only beautified the room, but also helped her feel connected to nature, fostering creativity and enhancing the positive energy in her daily life. Rachel shared that taking care of her plants had become a part of her routine, helping her relieve stress and providing new motivation for her work. In Buddhist philosophy, plants symbolize our connection to the universal's energy. When plants are healthy, they bring us feelings of peace and harmony. Therefore, take a little time to care for the plants in your home, or, if you're pressed for time, choose low-maintenance plants. Every time you water or clean their leaves, imagine you are nurturing positive energy, helping to refresh the space and fill it with life. By caring for plants, you not only beautify your home, but also contribute to creating a healthy living environment that attracts good energy and brings peace and happiness. In Buddhism and Feng Shui, air quality and natural light are essential factors in maintaining the flow of energy in living spaces. A home with fresh air and abundant natural light not only creates a sense of openness but also brings positive energy, keeping the mind cheerful and clear. On the other hand, when the air is stagnant and there is no natural light, the space easily accumulates stagnant energy, making the atmosphere heavy and gloomy, leading to a lack of motivation and feelings of exhaustion. Atticus, a programmer living in Austin, once shared that he rarely opened the windows or let natural light into his home, as he spent most of his time working in a room and often kept the curtains closed to block direct sunlight. However, gradually, Atticus began to feel that his room became stuffy and lifeless, and his work productivity also declined. Whenever he sat at his desk, he felt tired, unfocused, and uninterested. After reading an article about the benefits of circulating air and natural light in the home, Atticus decided to change his habits. He began opening the windows every morning to let in fresh air and pulled back the curtains to allow natural light into the room. Within just a short period, Atticus noticed a positive change. The fresh air made him feel more at ease and full of energy, while the natural light brightened the space, bringing a sense of comfort and vitality. Atticus noticed that refreshing his space with natural light and air not only improved his living environment, but also helped him work more effectively with a relaxed mind and a positive attitude. Creative ideas flowed more easily, and he no longer felt the stagnation he had before. Atticus shared that this simple change in his daily routine helped him reconnect with nature, bringing him a sense of peace and harmony. Buddhism encourages us to keep our space clean and filled with vital energy, allowing positive energy to flow freely. Try opening the windows every morning to welcome the breeze and sunlight, helping to purify the air and bring freshness to your home. When natural light pours in, imagine that all your worries and troubles are being swept away, making room for new ideas and joy. Consider making the practice of refreshing your space with natural light and air a part of a healthy routine. This will help keep your home bright and nourish your spirit with positive energy, ready to welcome the good things in life. Our lives are often a reflection of the spaces in which we live. A clean and tidy home is not only a physical shelter, but also a place that nurtures the soul. Every element in the living space, from furniture and air quality to light, and even the smallest corners, directly impacts our emotions, mental state, and health. In Buddhism, the purity of our living space is an important aspect of spiritual practice, helping to create balance between the material and the spiritual. By caring for the outer space, we not only clean the home, but also purify our hearts, removing invisible barriers to welcome good things into our lives. The external space we live in directly reflects our inner world. When our living space is neat and bright, we can easily feel peace and serenity within. On the contrary, a messy, dusty home can make our minds feel chaotic, stressed, and lose their calmness. According to Buddhist philosophy, each time we clean, we purify, showing respect to both ourselves and our homes, thereby attracting positive energy and abundance. By taking care of even the smallest details, we remind ourselves of the importance of keeping both our external and internal spaces harmonious and clean. Elspeth, who lives in New York, had been feeling overwhelmed in both her work and personal life. After cleaning and organizing her home, Elspeth noticed a gradual shift in her mood, feeling lighter and more at ease. The suffocating feeling in her life began to fade, allowing her to realize that the peace in her home could spread to her inner self, bringing tranquility and readiness for new opportunities. This sense of lightness came from creating a clean and peaceful living environment where every corner of the house contributed to the process of purification. Cleaning the house is not just about wiping surfaces, it is also a form of meditation, an action that helps us cultivate mindfulness and balance between the material and spiritual. With each cleaning task, as we focus on the details, we are also cleansing our inner space. Each cleaning movement can become a meditation practice, helping us return to the present, clear away cluttered thoughts, and embrace each moment of calm. In Buddhism, meditation is not only practiced while seated, but also in our daily activities. Cleaning the house with attention and the intention of purification is a way to reconnect with ourselves, reduce stress, and restore balance. This is a natural form of practice, unforced yet profoundly beneficial for elevating our mental state, helping us find contentment and fulfillment in the simple things around us. To achieve peace and harmony in life, we must also learn to let go. Letting go is not only about releasing mental burdens, but also about eliminating things that are no longer necessary in our living space. Every item we keep in our home holds its own energy, and when we hold on to things that no longer serve us, they can obstruct the flow of new energy. Buddhism teaches that attachment to material things, even small items, can be a source of suffering. Emerson, an engineer in Seattle, had kept many things from years ago. After following the advice of a friend who was knowledgeable in Buddhist teachings, he decided to clean up and let go of things that were no longer needed. This small act brought a big change in his life. His space became more open, and his spirit felt lighter and happier. Letting go helped him feel as though he had freed himself from a burden in his mind, and he began to sense greater freedom and peace within himself. Looking back on the process of cleaning and organizing his living space, he realized that it was not just about tidying up. It was a method of meditation. Each time he cleaned, he refreshed his living space, created positive energy, and attracted wealth and good fortune. Regular cleaning helps maintain a healthy living environment, ensuring both the outer space and inner self remain pure and peaceful. Taking the time to care for your living space as a way of nurturing your soul is a deeply meaningful act. Do this with love and gratitude. Every time you clean or tidy a corner of the room, imagine that you are removing the worries and troubles from your mind. These small actions will help open the door to invite positive, peaceful energy into your life. Caring for your living space is a way of caring for yourself. When the space around you is clean and airy, your mind also becomes lighter, more relaxed, and ready to face life's challenges. The habits of cleaning, meditating, and letting go will bring you a peaceful, fulfilling, and happy life, a precious gift that you give to yourself.